the world and had a ready supply of water underneath them. And that's what they did, guys. They filled this pool every day with water taken directly from the icy North Atlantic Ocean. This pool was not heated. Some of the sightings we've had in here involve a woman in a white tennis skirt walking up the stairs along this balcony and disappearing behind that second pillar. Two performers from our Ghosts and Legends show have reported seeing her several times, but their stories are identical. They said they saw a tennis skirt and a pair of legs walk up those stairs. There was no top half. On the back end here, we've seen a woman in a white wedding gown with a boy in a suit at her side. One guest from California was on the Ghosts and Legends show on the starboard side balcony. He looked down at the pool level, port side, and saw a cloud of steam. When the steam dissipated, there was a little girl in its place. She too disappeared after about 3 or 4. Two of his pictures came out normally, 2 of them did not. And the 2 pictures that were not normal, at the end of the stairs, was a little girl wearing a blue 1940s style party dress. There were no children on that tour. It was a late night tour for Boeing executives. That little girl's name, as psychics, spiritualists, and media would have us believe, is Jackie. She is more interested in playing hide and seek with guests rather than trying to scare you, and has been seen to poke her head out around these pillars and then laugh. There's an empty room under the stairs that she likes to play in. She's been heard to sing there. Usually, B deck, the deck we're on right now, is the deck you went to stay on. B deck has more reported ghost sightings than any other deck on the ship. The reason for this? Because we are directly above the swimming pool. If the pool is a gateway between this world and the world beyond, it only makes sense to me that the next closest public area to the pool would have more ghost sightings than anyone else on the ship. B401, on the starboard side around the corner, has a history of something or someone knocking on the door in the middle of the night. When the guest gets to the door, there is no one there. B401 is down a hallway, like so many of the rooms on this ship, and there's nowhere for anyone to hide. It is either their neighbor in B403, thinking it is a great idea to knock on their neighbor's door and get back in their room before the guest gets to the door, or something unexplainable. Given the nature of my tour, the fact that it happens 4 or 5 times a month, and the amount of money we charge people to stay here, I choose to go with something unexplainable. I would hope people would be a little bit nicer to each other than all that. I had a guest on one of my tours who stayed in B403, and he said he was woken up in the middle of the night because somebody was knocking on the door to 401. He opened his door, about to yell at whoever was being an obnoxious git at 3 o'clock in the morning. When he opened his door, the knocking stopped, and there was no one there. As soon as he shut his door, the knocking resumed on his door. He called the front desk and asked to switch rooms. B323, also on the starboard side and forward of what used to be 3rd class. A couple returned to their room one night about 11 o'clock and discovered a man about 5'11", broad-shouldered, wearing all black, standing in the middle of their room. They did not ask for a new room, which is well within your rights. Should a ghost show up in your room in the middle of the night, you can move. This couple actually asked to extend their stay by an additional night. They said the man came back again the next night and that they weren't scared, but surprised. And they wanted to know what it was he was looking for. Well, if I wanted to know what any of the 27 of you were looking for, I would ask you. Not just because I'm nosy, which I am, but also because it is my job to help you guys find what you're looking for. And I do my job well. Ish. But that's my advice. If you ever want to know what a ghost is looking for, ask them. They might answer you. B462, port side and aft in what used to be 2nd class. A man was brushing his teeth when he felt a tight knit in his chest. He walked out of the bathroom into the bedroom, discovered a woman in a white dress with long brown hair standing over the bed that his baby was sleeping in. They made eye contact and she vanished. The woman, not the baby. She has been seen all over this ship, guys, from our deck directly below us, the sports deck at the top of the ship. There's a restaurant on sports deck called Sir Winston's. There's a piano there. She's been seen to dance around the floor near this piano. The interesting thing about her and this piano, guys, is that it used to be at the Queen Salon on Promenade Deck, and she used to be seen dancing there. When they moved the piano to Sir Winston's, she went with it, and has not been seen at the Queen Salon since. It is my own personal belief, guys, if I were to throw that piano overboard, she'd go with it. I am also convinced that if I throw that piano overboard, my job will go with it. The piano stays where it is. So you guys know how, like, fraternities and sororities have, like, the whole hazing ritual thing they do that's not really sanctioned, but they do it anyways? Well, we kind of have our own thing like that, and it is my job to do it. Basically, I spend about 5 to 10 minutes out of every new hire orientation with all the new employees right here, taking about 5 to 10 minutes to convince them that Queen Mary is going backwards in this picture. And a lot of times, it doesn't often take that long, because one of the first things they do is they look at the smoke, and the smoke is all going forward, which would normally imply that the ship is, of course, going backwards. except that she has a bow wave. And if she were going backwards, the water would be breaking back here, not here. You can also see the trail of bilge water following the side of the ship where she's been dumping water.